Hello, in this video, in the Fosterings time tracking app, we're going to be talking about how to configure hourly rates and how to choose your hourly rate when you stop your time tracking record. The first thing you'll want to do is go to rate cards in the time tracking app. You can see that we have some rate cards already established, but let's go ahead and create a new one. New, let's say Salesforce Architect, and I'm going to give it a rate of $2.50 per hour. You can add a description if you like, and then go ahead and hit save. After you save that record, it's basically storing the name of it, a description, and a rate. Pretty simple. Next thing you want to do is link a user to that rate card to be a selectable option for them when they close their time tracking record. Next you'll click New, and let's go ahead and add the fostering administrator. Let's make this their default rate card. I know we're going to get an error message, but I want to show you what that looks like. Let's save. You'll see Salesforce administrators are already specified as the user's default rate card. Please remove this default and then try again. Because fostering administrator's default has already been selected, you can't have more than one default. So I'll uncheck that and go ahead and hit save. So if we go back to rate cards, we'll see that those are all set up. If I wanted to, I would go to the Salesforce administrator, uncheck this default rate card, simply by going edit, unchecking, hit save, and then I can go back to my rate card for the architect, click edit, and I'll make that the default and hit save. And now that's going to save. So how does this play out in day-to-day? So again, this is more of an admin function that is going to be setting up the rate card and setting up your user rate cards. These are probably not things that are going to be changing real frequently. However, the implication of this is obviously if within your firm, if one person likes to bill out at multiple different rates, or if one person has many skill sets that they do, whether they're an attorney and who knows, right? In the Salesforce world, they may be a developer, but they're also serving as an architect, and they may also just step in as like an administrator. So they could have one of three. So let's go ahead and set this up so you can see what happens. So when you're doing a time tracking record, as you see that there's one already going, whenever you hit the stop button, you'll get this modal pop up, and then it'll ask for your rate card. Oh, let's go ahead and refresh this because that should be updated. So time tracking list, push stop, and then we can see the Salesforce administrator selected or the Salesforce architect. So I can choose to bill my client as just an admin or as an architect. And then you can finish your summary of time worked. And then go ahead and close out that time tracking record. And you're done. So the user experience is very clean and streamlined. Again, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's say I just want to track it to this account. I stop it. I choose how I would like to bill. You can see that the architect did default there this time. I think it just took a second to refresh. Test 1, 2, 3, just because I make a lot of test records. Close that out, and again, the user interface is very clean, very simple, and it will track what rate card is appropriate. Hopefully that helps, and that concludes our video on how to create rate cards, link them to users, and how for the users to select what rate card they'd like to bill at when they stop their time tracking.